Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. Hope you're having a great morning so far. We've been discussing breast cancer and breast cancer awareness because it's the month to do so. This morning, I want to welcome a cancer survivor, but also a really good friend of mine, Mel Gabriel. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
How are you?
It's early.
And I appreciate you being here with us to be able to share with the nation and the world who's looking on.
Thank you for having me.
I want to jump into it one time. How did you first realize that you had breast cancer?
There was a very angry lump in my right breast, and I tend to do self-exams regularly because we have a family history, so we know to check.
Yeah. At what age did you start checking?
14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and at what age did you find that lump for the first time?
36.
Okay. So that's a lot of years of checking and
a lot of years
like
of feeling up myself and making sure I knew what the difference felt like, and I was able to identify it kind of early on.
And in that first step of identification, what was your thoughts?
My first thought, honestly, was, what the hell is this? And then I, called my sister. I'm like, yo, come feel this. And that was odd for her, but we very quickly realized, okay, this is different. This feels odd. Let's go do an ultrasound. And I went to the Cancer Society. I did an ultrasound. They called me back to do a biopsy. And shortly after, I was diagnosed with stage 1 invasive ductal carcinoma.
Invasive ductal carcinoma?
Yes.
Did you have to research what that meant?
No. I'm pretty obsessive with the breast cancer stuff because of my family history. So I was like, okay, cool. I guess we're doing this, and we just kind of move forward with a treatment plan from there.
What was the treatment plan like?
The treatment plan was surgery, a double mastectomy, chemotherapy, and radiation.
Was it lumps in both breasts, or?
There were lumps discovered in the other one, but they weren't necessarily malignant.
They weren't as angry as the first one?
No, they were just a little more sedated.
Yeah, but they still decided on a double mastectomy.
I decided.
You decided on that. Why?
I didn't want to have to deal with this again. I want to be as proactive as possible because I know there is a chance of recurrence, and I want to kind of stop it in its tracks as much as possible.
Tell me about, I know you were aware of it because of the family history and you were doing your research and all that, but did fear play any part in this at all?
I live every day in fear. I just don't let it stop me.
But at this point in time, what was the thing that kept you going to say, I'm going to go through this and come out on the next side of it?
I like life. I choose life, and I every day actively choose to participate in life. So I feel like it's very easy to let the fear get in the way of moving forward, and it's something to be afraid of. It's something to be concerned about. It's a life-altering disease. So for me, though, I needed to prove to myself that, I guess I was trying to compete with my mother because she was amazing while she dealt with her illness. And I said to myself, I refuse to give up. I just have to continue.
All right, so you went and you went to do treatment. You went through the process of the treatment. What was that process, going through that treatment process, like for you?
Chemotherapy is a very interesting process. So I had to do 8 rounds of chemo, 4 of one drug and 4 of another. So the first...
Did the pills?
Not pills, IV.
IV, okay.
Yeah. So the first drug was... The side effects were a little predictable. I could kind of gauge when I'll feel nauseated, when I'll be tired, that kind of thing. So I could kind of plan my life around it. The second one, that one was a little tricky because that drug decided I'm going to show up with side effects when I feel like it. You can't plan around me. So it's pretty intense, and you really need to have a really tight support system. You need to have some kind of thing in place where you're not going to fall off the edge of the earth dealing with, bone pain and these kind of things.
What was some of the support that you needed at that time?
A functioning air conditioning unit and, just meals prepared whenever I felt like eating. Just having somebody to talk to, because I did chemo at the height of the pandemic.
Oh.
So I was very sequestered.
Yeah.
I could not have company. I could not have, people go with me to do things or be around crowds or anything like that. And yeah, just, phone calls, checking in, FaceTime, that kind of thing was
Yeah.
enough.
And that was enough to help you through it.
Yeah, yeah.
And coming out of it now, you had the treatment. Are you now cancer free, or are you still in the treatment process?
We are wary always about saying you're cancer free because there's a certain protocol where you have to go past a certain amount of years and be scanned, have your scans be clear before you can be declared cancer free.
Okay.
Right,
So what
so-
will be the status now then? In remission?
In remission, yeah,
Okay.
you could call it that.
And how you feel now?
Today I feel great. I like to say because the reality of it, it could change day to day, right?
Yeah.
As a survivor, there's not just the physical aspects, there's the mental aspects as well. And mental health is super important while dealing with this because it could knock you down. So today, I feel amazing,
And you just take it day by day.
definitely.
And we give thanks for that.
Amen.
What advice would you give to women who may, be going through that process now? They may be now starting their journey to get into remission, or they may have just found out or just got diagnosed with breast cancer. What advice would you give them?
Feel all your feelings. Feel all of your feelings and then wish them well. Don't stay in a space where you can't actively move forward because there's a bigger life beyond this illness. Yes, it's going to take up some of your time, but you have other things to think about. Life is short. Don't spend it like being sad and down about this thing, but feel it and then let it go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mel Gabriel. I have no more words. Mel Gabriel. Thank you so much for joining us
You're
this
very
morning,
welcome.
Mel.
Thanks
And
for having me.
congratulations on your journey so far. And of course, continue striving forward.
I will try my best.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we continue our celebration of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And now I toss across to Natasha, who was a very special guest via Zoom.